always wanted to fly since I was 8 years old. Always wanted to fly. I never got to finish school because of that. I was in the last half of my final year, and I had passed the entrance exam for Cambridge University because they had an RAF squadron, a reserve squadron there, and I was going to join that. War started on the 1st of September. That's when they moved into Poland. And on the 2nd, they closed all schools in London. And because in World War I, there was a lot of bombing by the Germans, and thousands of kids were killed. I signed up for pilot training. Back in those days, they had a program where you could sign for a pilot or a navigator or whatever. Well, I wanted to be a pilot. In a way, I'm glad I wasn't. Shortly after my 18th birthday, in 1942, I was sent a letter saying, report for service. Initially, you went to a reception center, spent maybe 2-3 weeks there. Then you went to a preliminary training center called Initial Training Wing. And there they taught you how to wear a uniform, how to march, how to fire a rifle, and anything to do with flying in St. Andrews, Scotland. And then were ordered to report to the primary flight school, which was there also in Scotland, at a place called Scone, S-C-O-N-E. They taught us to fly there. The aircraft were de Havilland Tiger Moths, which were built in the 30s. At the end of the school, there were about 36 of us, and we were all lined up outside the hangar and were told that you will no longer be trained as pilots. The commanding officer gave us a little speech, which I'm fond of repeating. He said, shake hands with the fellow on your left. Now shake hands with the fellow on your right. Now shake hands with the fellow behind you or in front of you. Now, you're all going to England, you're all going to a squadron. 3 of you will be dead before 3 months. And that was his final talk. He was right. Air Marshal Harris wanted bomber crews. They had plenty of pilots. They needed navigators, gunners, and bombardiers. Having been born in South London, we went through a lot of bombing during the Blitz. We had 89 nights of bombing. I elected to sign up for Bombardier, or Bomb Aimer as they called it, and eventually were posted to an actual bomber squadron. But by then, the war was running down. We didn't get to the squadron until early April of '45, and were the first squadron to ever do night bombing. I was enlisted in March 22nd, 1942, and I got out in February 28th, '47. I had a good life in the Air Force.